Yo, 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 what's going on, Naughty Nation? It's your boy Mike, the Naughty Cruiser, and it is Throat Punch Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, Throw It At You Thursday. Can you hear me Thursday? Mic check Thursday. We're here, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. So, y'all already know big things are coming in the very near future with Carnival, and I want to touch base on that tonight because I'm super stoked and excited. But I want to know how everybody is doing. How is everyone doing on this Thursday night? I hope we are all doing fantastic. I know it's 10 o'clock at night, and I know there's not that many people here, but I'm telling you, you watch, them numbers are going to grow. The numbers are going to go quick. They're going to go up quick. But I slacked this week. I didn't get the live information out there as easy as I should have or as early as I should have in the week. And that's my fault. But there's a lot that I want to touch base on with the upcoming Jubilee, getting ready to set sail for Galveston. Getting ready to set sail for Galveston, Texas. So, how's everyone's Thanksgiving? Did everyone have a great Thanksgiving? I know last week we didn't have a live show. It was a holiday. Spent that time with family. It was a good time. Went to my grandmom's. We had dinner at my grandmom's house. I had family in from New Jersey. So it was nice getting to see everybody and enjoy dinner with everybody there. I definitely watched a lot of football. If for those of you who don't know, I'm a big football guy. It's just not my birds. I will watch any football game, college, high school, professional ball. Die-hard Eagles fan, so y'all already know 10-1, baby. What? Bird gang. Woo! But how was everyone's Thanksgiving? Let me know in the chat how your Thanksgiving was. Did you enjoy it? Did you eat turkey? Did you have ham? Is it stuffing or dressing? What was it? I don't know. It was good. It was a good holiday. The kids enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed some food. It was good. Danny D says, good, done with work for the week. Got my big bro and his girlfriend's Christmas card to go out with the present. Nice. So you should actually be getting a package from me in the next few days. I sent out a package to you, and I actually sent you two of them because I did make you wait a little bit. So I sent you two goodie bags, so you should have them coming very soon. Scott worked and then went to his dad's. That was a good Thanksgiving, man. I mean, listen, if my job said, hey, Mike, you want to work Thanksgiving, I definitely would have worked because I'd have got paid to work. I'd have got a banked holiday. And y'all already know I need that money to pay for the next upcoming cruise, right? So all in all, it was a good week. The weekend went well. The week is going well. We started our Christmas runs this week, so it's a little bit more busy and hectic with all of that going on. But nonetheless, I am still here for you to stare at on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock when I know you probably are trying to go to sleep and you're just trying to do something until you fall asleep. Well, I'll be that person. That'd be me. I'd be that guy. What's going on, Chuck Spencer? So we got Santa, Scott, Danny D, and Chuck Spencer in the chat. There's 7 of y'all watching, so y'all need to get up in that chat and say what's going on to everybody. Make sure y'all smash that like button. And I want to touch base on this one and only newest ship coming out the month of December. Can you believe it? Tomorrow's already December 1st. Like, let's sit back and talk about how fast 2023 has went by, because I'm telling you now, it's literally went by so fast. I feel like I just got off the inaugural of the Carnival celebration yesterday, and it's been 11 months already. It's absolutely insane. Robin in the house. It's absolutely insane how fast 2023 has went. 2024 is soon approaching. We have a very few short weeks left to go with 2023, and I will be ringing in the new year 2024 on board the Carnival Jubilee for the New Year's Eve sailing. It's absolutely going to be epic because I have seen some parts of that ship, and if you haven't seen anything about the Jubilee yet, let me suggest you get on Facebook and you go over and you follow John Heald, because he's going to be posting some videos and pictures and some things like that over the next few days. So with that being said, Carnival officially takes ownership of the Jubilee tomorrow at 12 p.m. Amsterdam time. So Right now it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4 in the morning over in Amsterdam right now. So in just a few short hours, while we are fast asleep over here in the US, Carnival is going to take ownership of the Jubilee and officially lower the shipyard's flag and raise the Carnival flag on the ship. Orange Cone Vlog, Will G in the house. I can't wait to see everybody. I know there's a lot of creators going on that same cruise as me, and I can't wait to get on the ship and meet everybody that I have not yet met. So that's going to be an epic experience. But John Heald arrived to the Carnival Jubilee today after some hiccups with some flights. He officially arrived at the shipyard there in Amsterdam, and it is set to take ownership tomorrow at 12 in the afternoon. And then they are set to not disembark, but they're set to sail away from Amsterdam on the 3rd. So they are making their way from Eemsham, Amsterdam to Germany on the 3rd. They arrive on the 4th in Germany, and in later on in that afternoon, they will set sail from Germany and make their way to Tenerife. They'll be alongside Tenerife for fuel, and then they will be alongside port on December 17th in Nassau, Bahamas, and then arriving in Galveston on December 20th. So a few days before the first sailing on the 23rd, they will arrive in Galveston, Texas. Now they have to go to Nassau to be confirmed. All of Carnival ships run out of the Bahamas, so they have to get over to Nassau to be confirmed. And then they will get to Texas. They will also be confirmed in Galveston, and they will be able to take on paying passengers on the 23rd. So I have some friends going on the very first sailing. I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little jealous. I'm not on the very first sailing, but it happens, right? It's right around Christmas. I have 3 kids. I cannot be away for Christmas. My kids would kill me. I need to be here with my kids on the holiday. And so New Year's Eve was the second best option, right? So I'll be there with my buddy Scott, Cameron, a bunch of other amazing people I know are going. Tess Alman will be there. Jason and Elisa from EECC Travel will be there. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, what's going on? She will be there with her lovely family. So there's going to be so many amazing people on that sailing with me, and I can't wait to meet everybody I have yet to meet and enjoy that time. But the reason I want to talk about the Jubilee is because it's so close. Carnival takes the ownership tomorrow. It sets sail on the 3rd. It arrives in the US on the 20th. We are talking 23 days from now. The newest XL class ship will officially arrive in the US. So it's pretty epic to know that in 30 days I'm sailing away, but in 23 days the ship is making its way over. So I wanted to ask this question of you because I seen John ask on his page, and I'm kind of curious, how many of you have been on an XL class ship with Carnival? It's ho ho ho, Scott. Get it right. Ho ho ho, Mr. Santa Claus. So I want to know how many of you have been on an XL ship. If you've never been on an XL ship, why haven't you done that yet? Are you getting ready to book that XL class ship? Is it something you're getting ready to do? Mm, what is it? What is it? Orange Cone Vlog. Orange Cone Vlog. That's a tongue twister sometimes, especially at 10:20 at nighttime. Can't make any group cruises till next year. I have Alaska on the NCL Encore in August and group cruise late October. So the Jubilee sailing is for me anyway isn't a group cruise. It's just my version of the inaugural cruise since I couldn't get on. I was originally scheduled to be on the transatlantic of the Jubilee, so that I was going to do the same thing I did with the celebration: get on the Jubilee, do the transatlantic, come back to the States, and that would be that, right? So when they pushed back the build time, that ultimately got canceled, and there was no talks of ever having another inaugural sailing. Well, transatlantic inaugural anyway. So the next best thing I could do was go on one of the first sailings out of the US. Well, the first sailing was Christmas, can't do that. So the second sailing was New Year's. So that's why I booked that one. But it's still going to be an epic cruise because there's going to be so many other content creators and other people on there that are just getting to experience that ship for the first time, right? So it's a brand new ship. It's not like it's one that's going to be flooded all over YouTube. So it's going to be exciting to get out there and see a lot of different things and the new things, right? So like I did the Mardi Gras back in 21, I did the celebration in 22. So I know the difference between the Mardi Gras and the celebration. And if you ask the average cruiser, they're going to tell you, well, there's really not much of a difference, but there's so many things that are different between those two ships. Yeah, they may be sister ships, they may be cookie cutter, look the same, but they are not cookie cutter at all. There's so many things that are different. And with the celebration being the latest that I've been on, and now the Jubilee being the newest, I get to compare all three XL class ships. And it's a great little thing because this will be the first series of ships within Carnival that I completed the series of ships that they have. And I really do look forward to Carnival's next announcement on what type of ship they're building next, right? So we know the last three have been XL class ships. Is Carnival going to go back to a Spirit class ship next? Are they going to do a Vista class? What is going to be the next class of ships? And there hasn't been no announcements yet. So I do look forward to those announcements as well. Jennifer says this will be the first time on an XL class ship. So that's exciting. She gets to see the XL class ships for the very first time. That's pretty awesome. Working diligently on the Rock and Roll tribute cruise, benefiting Helping Hands for Cruisers for 2025. Finalizing all the details as we speak. For more information coming soon. Awesome. So I know Helping Hands for Cruising has a lot of group cruises coming out very, very soon, or coming up in the very near future. So be on the lookout for all of those. We booked New Year's Eve for the same reason, because of Christmas, right? With having the babies and all that stuff. It's kind of hard to get away during the holidays, especially that holiday, right? Like, I know if I would have took my kids, it would have been a little different, but I don't think they would have enjoyed it as much, knowing with Christmas being what it is. I really don't think they would have enjoyed it as much. And Scott says we might have John Heald on our cruise. Yes, you are right, Scott. So earlier this evening, John went live, and he is going back to the ship. He doesn't know if it's the second or third sailing, so there is a possibility it would be on our sailing over New Year's Eve. I think that would be pretty epic. Sit down and try and have a conversation with John if he had the time. I know he's a very busy man, but there's always that possibility, right? You never know. So it'll definitely be one of those things we got to keep our eye out for on social media platforms and all things like that. So that's why it's always good to follow John Heald, because you never know when he just may pop on a ship. You just never know. So I wanted to touch a little bit about that. I also wanted to touch a little bit on these new VIFP pins. Can I just be honest and say I don't like them? I know I'm probably going to get some hate for that, but I really don't like them. Especially if you've been on a cruise in 2023 with Carnival and you've seen those VIFP pins. Complete design is 100% way better than the current design for 2024. I wish Carnival would build a new ship for the port of Baltimore with 2 bridges to get out to sea. It can't be mega size. So I have that same issue here, Robin, right? So like I live on the west coast of Florida, and my closest cruise port to me, my home port, would be Tampa. So in order to get out of Tampa, it would have to be a smaller class size ship. So like the Paradise goes out of Tampa, the Pride goes out of Tampa. Those class ships go out of Tampa because of the Skyway Bridge. So we can't get anything much bigger than that to sail out of Tampa. So it's hard to. I understand Carnival's point from a business standpoint, right? So like the business motto would be, let's build the best ship we can and get as many people on that ship as we can so we can make as much money as we possibly can and bring as much fun to as many people at once as we can. So I understand that, but it's tough when you have a port like Tampa or Baltimore where you have to sail out of and have the low-lying bridges and things like that. So it's really hard because you don't get the new, fun, exciting things. And for people that don't want to travel necessarily to Miami or Port Canaveral or Galveston to get on those bigger classes of ships, you're kind of stuck with the options that you have at your local home port. Moonlight Adventures in the house, listening in bed. Well, I'm glad to know that I am the last thing you think of before you fall asleep, Big Josh. I actually got a message from Josh tonight about a peer-to-peer podcast coming up in the beginning of December, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I did break a little bad news with him, though. I know 7 o'clock is normal time for a lot of y'all young folks, but for me, I'm still at work at 7 p.m. at nighttime, so I will get the experience the Tampa Bridge when I sail there from there in April. So the Skyway Bridge is great. So I highly suggest if you want to see the sailing under the Skyway Bridge, that you go to dinner right away and you eat and then you get on those upper decks, because that is an experience that's it's not necessarily a one and done type of experience, right? So I've done it a few times and I've enjoyed every time I've done it. But I've enjoyed it more when you know it's going to be pitch black outside when you get there because the whole bridge is lit up. It's an awesome experience to see that bridge lit up at nighttime. With me, I drive a truck for the post office, right? So for the first 2 years of me being at my current job, I would drive over that bridge every day, twice a day, sometimes 4 times a day to go to South Florida. So going over that bridge during the daytime, I would see cruise ships leaving and coming and going at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then there was times I would see them at like 7:30, 8 o'clock when it was dark outside. And I always like imagined, oh man, that's so cool seeing it when it's nighttime and you see everything just lit up. You just go under the bridge, you see maybe like a foot of clearance with the funnels. It's absolutely a breathtaking experience. Now I know there's probably better bridges that you can sail out of, like by the Golden Gate Bridge and absolutely sailing through New York and by the Statue of Liberty was probably be more epic than going under the Skyway Bridge. But to see that bridge from a different vantage point than what I would see it from, it's absolutely epic to be going under it and seeing all the light and knowing the history of that bridge, right? So back in the day, that bridge was actually hit by a tanker and the bridge collapsed and there was catastrophic amounts of loss of life, unfortunately. But um, now the old bridge, the two ends of the old bridge are actually fishing piers, so it's pretty cool. Chuck says the color changing lights very cool. Yeah, that's an awesome bridge. So I have only done one cruise on the Oasis of the Seas last year. This time I have fallen in love with cruising. Used to be Disney nut with 736 trips to the parks around worldwide. Have no desire to go back. So I have the opposite desire, right? So like I'm a big Disney guy. For those of you who know, I'm covered. My whole arms covered. My whole chest is covered. My whole back's covered. It's all Disney work. I'm a big Disney dude. I absolutely love Disney. All of my cups that you see me drink out of every week are Disney cups, 9 times out of 10. And I'm a big Disney dude. This is a big Disney house. My kids are absolutely huge fans of Disney. And the more I tend to cruise, the more I want to go back to the parks. So when I moved here, I had annual passes because I mean, you live in Florida, right? So why not get the annual pass when it was so convenient, right out your back door? It took me less than 2 hours to get there, and it was always something I could do with the kids. But now that I have 3 kids, it's more than an amount that you would ever possibly imagine. For me to get Disney passes now for annual park passes, we're pushing like $9,000. So it's a lot of money to get an annual park pass at 8 to 9 thousand dollars. Now we can always go and get like the cheaper version, but you're getting blackout days. You're not allowed to go around the holidays or spring break, so it's not as convenient to get those passes because you can't go when you really want to go. And when my kids are on spring break here in Florida, I can't go when they have that spring break because it's just not convenient enough with the blackout dates. So, with that being said, Carnival Jubilee coming in a very few days. But I want to touch big like I want to go back and touch base on the VIFP pins because I know I can't be the only one who thinks these new pins are not as good as they should be for 2024. I know they are not as good as they could be for 2024. So the VIFP pins now, the gold VIFP pin has like a sun with some blue waves in the wow towel. And the platinum one, I'm not gonna lie, the platinum and diamond ones are a little bit better, right? So they're a little nicer than the gold VIFP pins, but the 2023 pins are so much better. Has anyone seen the new pins? Don't get me wrong, but there has to be a lot of new things and a better experience. So there is, right? Like it's tough. So I haven't been able to take my kids since the whole Star Wars thing just started, right? So like all of that will be new for them. My youngest is going to be 6 next Saturday. So the last time he was there, he was like 2. So once he gets a little older, it'll be a little different and we'll consider things. But right now it's not possible. It's just way too expensive. So yes, I have seen next year's pins. If you go on over to John Heald's Facebook page, he posted them about a day ago, and they're not as nice. They're not as nice. I really don't think they're as nice. The ones they got for 2023 are absolutely epic. When they came out with the celebration, so on my intro, you have that like big postcard and stuff. That's when they developed the 2023 pins with the postcards and all that stuff. So they were pretty epic. Like they came out with something that was so cool and so neat. The new ones I don't think are as cool. I think they're more basic than they are anything. And I think they could have did a better job with a brand new ship launching at the end of 2023. But that's just my opinion. I'm just saying that's my opinion. I don't think the new pins are worth it. If you got time, swing on over to Facebook real quick and check them out. Spiker's Crazy Adventures in the house. What is going on? I would get up and show you the 2023 pins, but I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen the 2023 pins. And I don't know. I really don't know if I can save. Let me see if I can't save this. Shane in the house. What is going on, Shane? Copy image. Let's see. Can I paste image here? I don't know if they'll let me paste image here. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it'll work that way. You seen all my cruises on TikTok? Man, I'll be posting on TikTok like a crazy fool. I got 27,000 followers over on one of my TikTok channels. So if y'all haven't followed on TikTok yet, make sure y'all go over and y'all follow me on TikTok. I got 2 channels. I got the Naughty Cruiser and I got the Naughty Keto Cruiser. So y'all go check me out on TikTok. Either way, check those pins out, man. I really don't. I'm really not feeling the pins of 2024. Like I'm really not. So controversial cruising in the house. What's going on, Scott? Shane in the house, Spiker Crazy Adventures, and we got a first timer, y'all. So y'all show some love to Nicole 807. She's first time in the chat. Nicole, we appreciate you over here at the Naughty Nation. Showing love to Danny D. Danny D is absolutely amazing. I'm trying to see if I can't. Nah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Y'all gonna have to go over on John Heald's page and check them out. But I think they're. What's my boy Josh say? They're hot trash. They're not like I'm not gonna turn it away, right? Like I'm gonna take my pin. I'm gonna go to the Pixels desk. I'm still gonna get my pin because that's part of the perk of cruising when you're gold, platinum, and diamond. You get that little pin. But I'm a little sad they're not as nice as what they could have did, and especially with the 2023 pins looking the way they are. I really think they could have did a little bit better of a job. They felt rushed, but here's where I'm going to get disappointed. I've received a book on the Carnival Mardi Gras. I received a book on the Carnival Celebration, but I have yet to hear of any talk of a book for the Jubilee. Now, as you know, all 3 of these ships, or as you don't know, maybe I will give you some cruising knowledge right here. All 3 of these ships, the Mardi Gras, the Celebration, and the Jubilee, all 3 brand new XL class ships that Carnival has developed over the past few years, were at one point the MS Mardi Gras, the MS Celebration, the MS Jubilee. They were all used prior to these XL class ships coming out. They were all one time part of Carnival's fun ship fleet many, many years ago. Since then, all of those ships have been retired to the scrapyard, the boneyard, whatever you want to call it. And now those new XL class ships have taken on those names from prior ships. So what Carnival did when the Mardi Gras launched is they developed this now and then book, and it's a book detailing all the information about the current Mardi Gras as well as the past Mardi Gras. They did the same thing with the celebration, and I'm hoping they do the same thing with the Jubilee because, like I said, this XL class will be the first class of ships I complete within the Carnival fleet. So that means I'll have all three ship models, all three books, all three pins, ship specific pins from each one of the cruises. And it'll look good in my cabinet over there. I'm not going to lie. So I'll be a little disappointed if they don't do the books. I'll be a little sad. That is for sure. So the VIFP pins, they're hot trash. The Jubilee setting sail in a few days. What else can we touch base on? I should have did this earlier, but I slacked off. I didn't do it. I should have been able to share screen and all of that stuff. Should have did it. My first sailing in 2007 was on the celebration. Look at that, Chuck. Look at that. So you completed the trifecta, right? So you sailed in 2007 on the celebration, and you sailed in 2023 on the brand new celebration. So that's a complete, full circle of events there. See me traveling in the house. What's going on, Kurt? I wanna say Marsha, but it's 10:30, so I'm pretty sure she's already asleep on the couch. But if you're not, hi Marsha. So it's definitely crazy. And Scott says I'm gonna have to go to guest services and try and get a book. So we shouldn't have to go to guest service. Well, yeah, wait, let me backtrack. Yes, you will have to go to guest services to get a book because it's my book that's in the cabin. Ain't nobody getting that book but me. So yes, you're gonna have to try and go to guest services. But I'm gonna let you on a little secret. If you're extra nice to the room steward might just have an extra book that he can give you in the cabin. That's for anyone. Just let you know. You treat your room steward better, your room steward treats you better. That's kind of how it works, and it works beautifully. But let's touch base on some fun facts of the celebration, or the celebration, the Jubilee. Now, I really was hoping this website would have more information on it, but it's currently moored in the Netherlands. I really can't wait to get on. That ship. Let's see. Deck plans. Ship wiki. So the flag state will be Panama. So it'll go to Nassau. And that's another crazy thing, right? So the celebration last year when I was on it, on the inaugural transatlantic sailing, it went from Spain to Tenerife and all of that fun stuff. But while we were in port, the license plate, which is the country that it's registered in, was actually getting changed. So it originally said Panama, and then they scrapped it, and then it said Nassau. So if you look at some of my celebration pictures I posted of the aft view of the ship, you'll see it with the original, and then you'll see it with the updated version on the back of the ship. So that's actually pretty cool. Marsha went to bed around 9ish. I'm awake. Yeah, I kind of figured she went to bed. I know she had meetings today and all of that fun stuff. So Spiker's Crazy Adventures. We are sailing on the celebration in 9 days. Can't wait. Well, I'm not going to say I'm jealous, but you're in KMA territory. So I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie. So the length of the Jubilee is 1,129 feet. The beam, which is the width, is 138 feet. The speed is 26 miles per hour, which is 23 knots. The propulsion power is 37 MW, which is Oh man, 49,618 horsepower. And it's a Caterpillar engine. Boom. It costs $950 million, 700 million euros to build that ship. That is, oh my God. If you, that's a lot of money. You'd have to hit like the Powerball, the Mega Million, and all that stuff in order to even consider building a ship that size. Like that is insanely large amount of money. I can tell you right now, I love y'all, but I don't think I would spend $900 million and $950 million and build y'all a cruise ship. Sorry. That kitty cat has a whole bunch of horses. Like that's insane, bro. When you actually like sit down, and you think about the amount of horsepower that the cat is putting out on that ship, that is absolutely insane. And the cool thing is right, like, so when I did my transatlantic on the Pride back in April, me and Scotty did the behind the fun tour. So we actually got to go into the engine, not the engine room, but the engine control room. And they had a bunch of TVs and all of that other stuff that you could see the engines and all of that, and you could see how everything would operate. It's insane the amount of power it takes to push that thing. It's absolutely insane. It's going to house 1735, so 1,735 crew, and anywhere between 5,347 to 6,631 passengers. The passenger to space ratio is 29. 18 decks, 2,641 cabins. There's 11 decks with cabins. It's insane, right? Like it's absolutely insane. Now I'm curious what these are. Oh, okay. So if you're on cruisemapper.com, right, and you're pulling up the ship, it'll give you little diamonds next to certain themed cruises. So if you see the diamond, they're holiday cruises, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But she will sail out of Galveston, Texas. I'm super excited, right? I'm really excited. I can't wait. The newest ship in the fleet, and it'll be a good one. I love the Pride. So great meeting you, Scott, Cameron, and others. It was a pleasure. It was awesome meeting y'all as well. We definitely have to catch up on a ship again in the very near future. I got so many things going on with different ships and all of that. I've tried driving my channel in another direction when it comes to cruise content, right? So I've always been and always will be that port vlogger or the frugal friendly vlogger when it comes to certain things. But I want to drive my channel in another direction as to like ship content, right? So majority of my future cruises between now and the end of 2024 are on, or even the beginning of 2025 are on brand new ships, right? So my goal is to get on brand new ships and enjoy the ships. That's not to get off in the ports and explore the ports. Now, I will say this. In April, when I am on the new Sun Princess, I'm absolutely going to get off and enjoy every port, but I'm going to be doing a lot of ship specific content on that cruise as well. So I've pretty much geared myself to get that ship specific content, get that content that everybody wants to see. I put a poll out in the Facebook group today. So if you haven't went over there and asked or answered in the poll, make sure y'all go do that, because I'm asking you as the subscriber, as the follower, as the vlog watcher, what it is that you would like to see from the Jubilee and newer ships like that. So that's pretty much where I'm pushing myself right now. And it's to go, if I'm doing port content, it's to go to places I've never been before, right? So I want to do a lot of new port stops. I want to do more Europe. I want to do some South Asia, some South Pacific. I want to do places I haven't been. I want to go back to Alaska. I want to sail out of the West Coast. I want to go down to, Catalina and all of that stuff as well. And I want to do a New England based cruise, go up through New York, out of New York, up through New England and all of that as well. But with me, the Jubilee was the next step, right? So it was a brand new ship. I got to bring you brand new content. It's a brand new cruise terminal that I can put on my list because I ultimately, at the end of the day, want to sail out of every single U.S. port that you could possibly sail out of with a cruise ship. So I think that'll be pretty cool to hit all of those. And I want to go places I've never been before. I want to wander in cities and streets and get lost down back alleyways and try local food of the places I have not been. So that's the goal with 2024, right? So we do have some older ships in 2024. I have the Vista in February for the Boats and Bros cruise. And then I have the Glory for the transatlantic back from Barcelona at the end of April. That cruise was booked because I want to show you what the changes are coming out of dry dock for the Glory from what they are now. So there's a lot of content and ship tours on the current Carnival Glory, but there isn't going to be any on the Carnival Glory changes and all of that in April, except for what I put out there. So be sure to check that out. That's another one that's going to be an epic trip. There's a lot of us going. It's going to be a great time. So that's the reason the Glory is booked for April. And then that's it for April. And then in July, I have the Utopia of the Seas book to show y'all the brand new Utopia of the Seas. And then to close out 24, I have the Magic in October. And then in April of the following year, I have the MSC World America. So majority of my cruises are on brand new ships. And I hope to be able to continue to pump out content like that with the brand new ships because I know there's a lot of people that want to see those newer ships and the things that are being changed and all of that stuff, on the newer ship. So, oh, what happened? I'm back. That's awesome idea, Mike. So many want to see the ship, maybe a tad bit in port, but people are going to choose their own excursions. Ships are a big deal. Yeah, so I'm gonna get off in the ports. I'm not gonna go and explore the ports because I've been like we're going to Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Mahogany Bay, right? So Roatan. And I've been to those ports hand over fist so many times. So I have a couple vlogs for those ports on the channel if anybody wants to check those out. But my goal for getting off the ship is in certain ports is just to get that external footage of the ship. So those shots of it being moored up at the pier in Mahogany Bay from the beach or the chairlift, things like that. From the port in Costa Maya, definitely getting some epic shots if I can. And that's the extent of it, right? And then it's right back on the ship to get that stuff that everybody wants to see, that ship tour, that spa tour, all of that fun stuff that everybody wants to see. That everybody wants to see the bars, they want to see all the specialty dining, they want to see all the other restaurants on the ship. Give people an idea of what it is they're going to experience and expect on board the Jubilee, just like I did with the food on the Celebration and so on. So that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to just enjoy the ship as much as possible, get as much content about the ship as much as possible. And Cameron messages me all the time. He's like, "Oh, yo, look at this excursion," or "You want to go to Paradise Beach?" And I tell him all the time, I'm like, "Cameron, I love you, bro, but I'm not getting off the ship. I'm not going to go do an excursion. I'm not doing any of that." Now, I'm not saying I won't go if I'm invited to go somewhere or do something. I'm not going to, tell everybody no and just be like, this guy that's not around. But say, Embarkation Nation says, "Hey, Mike, you want to get off and go grab some tacos real quick and then come back to sure, I'll get off. I'll go grab a quick bite to eat, and then it's right back to the ship." I don't plan on spending majority of my day at the port because that's the time where I can get that time on the ship with the ship being less crowded, right? So I know what they say is like you think it, other people are thinking it, and I know there's other people out there going, "Well, I'm gonna wait for everybody to get off the ship, and then I'll have the ship to myself." It's a little different from me and a creative standpoint is I want to be able to film the ship when there's people on, but I also want to be able to film the ship when there's not that many people on because it's kind of hard to show you a bar when the bar is crowded. I'm not going to be able to show you the full bar, give you the full, rundown of the bar and all of that when it's crowded and it's loud and things like that. So I definitely want to be able to bring y'all an epic 4K ship tour of the Jubilee. So there's going to be a lot of work going on. I have a whole list of the eateries and where I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat. It's literally down to the day and the meal. So I can tell you where I'm going on day one, day two, day three for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's pretty insane the detail, the amount of detail and time that I've put into this, so that way I can put out some epic videos for y'all. And Scott says we'll have to turn the bar video into a bar crawl. That's not going to happen either. I'm not going to do that either. I need to make sure I'm not slurring my words when I'm doing my videos, but we can definitely have a few drinks at the bar. That's for sure. Ugh. But yeah, there's a lot of things coming that I'm excited about. And, I hope everyone's excited about it too, because from my standpoint, I'm there living it. You're not there with me. So I want to give you the most raw experience possible, right? Like I want you to feel like you're there. So cameras are ready to go. I'm ready to go. My cameraman is ready to go if need be for my ship tour. So it's definitely going to be an awesome experience. It's going to be one of those ones to remember. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to say I'm super excited because it's still far away, and I'm not a big person on getting myself excited this far out. But as it gets closer, I know I'm going to get more excited as the days go on. Probably by like the second week of October, December, I'll be super stoked and excited to go. I'm working 6 days a week. I'm doing extra runs, so who knows? It might be sooner than that. I might go to work tomorrow and be like, "Oh, I can't wait to go away." But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really thrilled about having to fly. And it's not because I don't like flying. It's just I have 5 home ports right here that I can drive to and make it to within 5 hours, and I'm flying to Texas to go on a cruise ship to go to the same places that these ports, well, these home ports over here will take me to. So I'm not really looking forward to that part. I am looking forward to some dino ribs when I get to Texas. So that's the first thing I'm going to get it for lunch. I'm going to do some dino ribs. Um, what else? Saltwater Moms is going to pick us up and take us down to Galveston. We're staying at the Harbor House in Galveston for the night before. So that way I can get up super, super early in the morning on Saturday and get some footage of the ship as she's coming in. And then it's boarding the ship. I'm definitely going to stop at Buc-ee's. Here's my idea, right? I was talking to Chuck earlier, and I told him, I said, I'm stopping at Buc-ee's on the way down. I'm going to have the lady with Saltwater Moms take us to Buc-ee's because I'm going right after Christmas, and we all know Buc-ee's has some of the best stuff around. So my thought is right after Christmas, Buc-ee's is going to discount their stuff, and I'm going to have to buy a bunch of stuff from Buc-ee's for next year's Christmas at a discounted price. I mean, it's a win-win. Everyone loves Buc-ee's. No one that I've ever met said they didn't like Buc-ee's. And if you can get Buc-ee's at a discounted rate, why not get it at a discounted rate? So I'm gonna ask the nice lady that's taking us to Galveston to stop at Buc-ee's. Cameron's already talked to her. She knows we want to stop at Buc-ee's, so it shouldn't be an issue. And definitely check it out if you're going to Galveston for a cruise. Check out Saltwater Moms. It's very reasonable and it's a lot cheaper than what we would be paying with Carnival if we were using the Carnival shuttle. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot cheaper than what we would be paying if it was an Uber. So for all three of us to get there at 75 bucks, $25 a pop, with a stop at Buc-ee's for a nice brisket sandwich and some fun shopping. Danny D says, me too. I can't wait to take my days off when my big bro girlfriend is here from December 26th and 29th because I have lots of sick time left. So I'm going to use it so I don't lose it. There you go. Use it or lose it. So if you got it, take it. Enjoy that time with the family. I hope y'all have a great time. And you never been to Buc-ee's? You need to get to a Buc-ee's, Danny D. You got to get to a Buc-ee's. So Buc-ee's is awesome. It's a nice little place. It's a fun little place. I have an inflatable beaver, a Buc-ee's beaver for my front yard for Christmas time. I got it last year when I met Kurt and Marcia for the very first time in Daytona. They got off a cruise. I met them for the very first time this time last year. And I bought an inflatable beaver to put in my front yard. Nicole says Buc-ee's is life. Yes, Buc-ee's is life. I like Buc-ee's. It's a great little place. And we're currently building the largest Buc-ee's in the Sunshine State here in Florida, in Ocala, Florida. So when it opens in 2025, I believe it's set to open. It'll be the largest Buc-ee's in the U.S. Don't know how long we'll hold that title for because right now it's currently in Tennessee, but we'll definitely be holding that title in 2025. Can you tell me the names of your TikTok accounts again, please? I know I follow one, but not sure about the other one. So it's the Naughty Cruiser and the Naughty Keto Cruiser. Chuck says Buc-ee's is bomb. It's not a gas station, it's an adventure. It absolutely is. It's like going to Disney World for the first time, right? So you don't know if you want to get gas, go pee, get a drink, get some beef jerky, a brisket sandwich. And when you hear brisket on the block, you don't know which way to look. You get some nuggets, you get a sugar rush, and you're like, what the hell just happened? We were only there for 6 minutes. And you felt like you had the best experience in your life. So it's definitely awesome. Kurt says that's when we met. That is absolutely when we met. The very first time I met Kurt and Marsha was in a Buc-ee's parking lot. They were getting off the MSC Marivilia out of Port Canaveral. We met at Buc-ee's. They got to meet my kids. We went inside. They bought some stuff for their grandbabies, and I bought some brisket. That's the whole reason I went there. I bought some brisket, and I bought an inflatable beaver. Bet you ain't never seen a beaver that big. Kenny D says, I'll be in Florida, Orlando for my conference then. Yes. So the closest one to Orlando would be the one in Daytona. The biggest one they're currently building will be in Ocala. So it's still about an hour and a half away from me, but it's a little bit closer. It's north of me, so it's not too bad. Nicole says beaver nuggets are amazing. Yes, they absolutely are. Whether it's the sweet and savory ones or the bold and spicy, whatever ones you get, you're going to enjoy them. Beaver nuggets are great. On my way home from NOLA, I stopped to gas up, have lunch. I got on the highway, and the next exit was a Buc-ee's. Bro, that's where you foul. Because what a normal person like me and Chuck, we would do is we would look up which way we're going and then say, closest Buc-ee's, and we would literally map it in to go that same route, especially if it's on your way there. Now, you drove to New Orleans the same way you drove home from New Orleans, so you should have already knew there was a Buc-ee's on the way. That's oh man, that's on you for that one, brother. I don't know if I could ever forgive myself for driving past the Buc-ee's. I really don't know if I could do it. And it's tough, right? Because it's not like it's not like I would need anything from Buc-ee's if I drove past it. I'd be sad and disappointed because I'm gonna tell you, they got some of the best beef jerky you'd ever find. I'm a big beef jerky guy. I'm not saying the stuff in the bag is not great, but when you can walk into a place that has cases of beef jerky that you can buy by the pound, fresh in the case, in the deli case, absolutely worth it. The turkey jerky is black pepper turkey jerky, phenomenal. Make your tongue lick your brain. Tell you that one. Yeah, Scott. Chuck says Scott. I didn't remember where I was. Nicole says I live 2.5 hours south of NOLA. Yeah, it's a shame he missed the Buc-ee's, right? So, I would literally, I'd cry. I probably would cry. I don't know if I'd be like super mad at myself, but I definitely would be upset, especially at like Christmas time, right? So, for those of you who've been to Buc-ee's, you know they have like that big T-shirt section. You can find New Year's Eve shirts, you can find Christmas shirts, you can find so much amazing stuff at Buc-ee's. You can literally go get yourself an apartment on a Monday, go to Buc-ee's on a Tuesday, and your apartment's fully furnished and fully functional by Wednesday. You can get every single thing you need from a Buc-ee's and then some. Cleanest place to take a number 2 or a number 1. Absolutely. Buc-ee's is the clean. That's why I said, like, when you walk into the door of Buc-ee's after you got your fuel, it's kind of like when Clark Griswold walked into what was the name of it? The amusement park they went to, Wally World. It was like when Clark walked into Wally World, and Marty Moose was right there. It was like the best thing ever, right? Like they had a great time. Yeah, he may have been holding people at points to where it was whatever, but they had a great time in that few short hours they were there. Buc-ee's is the same way. You get some gas, you go inside, and it's like as soon as you open the doors, you hear the angels go, ah, and it's like this big bright light. And at the end of that big bright light is a big guy named Bubba throwing brisket on the counter, chopping it up, saying brisket on the block, making you a sloppy, saucy brisket sandwich that's so hot it burns the roof of your mouth and peels a layer of your skin off the roof of your mouth. And then you turn around and you see pecan pralines, and you get one of those, and then you turn to your left and you see fudge, and you get some of that, and then you go to check out and you see beaver nuggets, and then you go, I gotta use the bathroom. So you put everything down, you use the bathroom, and you come out of the bathroom, you got a new t-shirt, a hat, a pair of shoes, 3 pounds of beef jerky, a dog that's not even yours, and a kid that you just found in the bathroom because everyone's walking around in such excitement they forgot they had a kid that was in the bathroom. It's insane. It's one of the best places on earth. You won't be disappointed. And I'm selling tickets for $9.95 at the front door for you to enter if you want to come. It's like Disneyland for adults. I'm not going to lie. Get to Buc-ee's. If you haven't been there, get to Buc-ee's. Somebody reach out to Buc-ee's and tell them the fat guy in Florida is willing to plug their channel, to plug their store, plug their business. I mean, they really don't need any help, right? They got the big fat beaver. And there you go. Frugal friendly. Kurt says great beef jerky flavors. Ask for a sample. It's free. It's free. I'm just saying. My Buc-ee's rant is over. I'll be at Buc-ee's in less than a month. It's a great little place to go. If you've never been, I highly suggest you make a pit stop at Buc-ee's one of these days, sooner rather than later. You won't be disappointed. Other than that, that's pretty much it. That's a wrap on the night. I talked about the Jubilee. I talked about excitement for the Jubilee. I talked about the new VIFP pins. If y'all missed it, y'all go back and check it out in the beginning. Other than that, there's really not much more I wanted to touch base on. I do have a new vlog dropping this weekend. I don't want to lie and tell you the wrong thing. Let me see here. Let's close this out. No, I can't see the chat, so y'all don't be saying anything naughty up in that chat. Let's pull this up over here. Let's go over here. Let's go here.
Everyone.
Haha. I got faster than the ad. Put this here. Okay. YouTube Studios. Kurt says there are 2 being built here in Virginia, both at least 3 hours for me. That is not good. Like, what, 3 hours? Like, how are we supposed to get beaver nuggets if it's 3 hours away? Somebody needs to write the beaver and tell him, first off, beaver for president is my opinion. Yeah, naughty. Y'all are funny. Look at y'all. Y'all are really, really funny. Let's see. Content. What do I have dropping on Saturday? So scheduled on December 2nd at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have a beautiful day in Malaga, Spain. So Spain is dropping on Saturday, and then there's another vlog dropping next week, but we'll talk about that one next week. Saturday is Malaga, Spain. That is dropping for y'all. So make sure y'all check that out this weekend. And Chuck says the Liberty vlog was really good. The Liberty vlog was great. That pork chop was phenomenal. Scott says it was just because you saw yourself, Chuck. I mean, it's a possibility. He might have sent it out to a bunch of friends and said, hey, look, I'm making my YouTube appearance in this video. My YouTube debut. So y'all check it out. Y'all let me know how y'all think I did and if I should start my own channel. But no, I doubt it was because of that. I'm pretty sure it was because of that pork chop. You saw some Scotty and Liberty vlog? There's no way. There's no way you saw Scotty in Liberty vlog. Did you? Chuck, you got my brain going, bro. I can smell the smoke. Did you see Scott in the Liberty vlog? There's no way. Not nighty night, naughty Mike. Nighty night, vanilla Kurt. I love you, brother. I'll catch you in the morning. Y'all make sure y'all check Kurt out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Him and Marsha go live every day, Monday through Friday. I didn't say which Scotty. I don't remember anybody by the name Scotty. Either way, it was a great vlog. I don't remember anybody by the name Scotty on the Liberty. Other than that, it was a great cruise. It was awesome. Check it out if you haven't done so already. The pork chops were amazing. Yes, I would go back and eat them again. Without a doubt, 100%. Some of the best pork chops I've ever had. And even the baked potato kind of had me like, all right, this guy's legit. The baked potato was phenomenal. But other than that, it was great. It was a good time. Everyone enjoyed themselves. That's when I met Chris, the piano bar player. So that was a phenomenal night. Yeah, it was definitely epic. So y'all do me a favor on the way out the door. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. If you haven't done so, make sure y'all subscribe. Nicole, I appreciate you for being here. You are the very first person that's coming to the chat tonight. That's brand new. So I appreciate you for being here. Danny D, as always, you are absolutely amazing and you are the most spectacular supporter around. Chuck Scott, I appreciate y'all for being mods and I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. A peace. I'm just kidding. I'm right here. I'll catch y'all next week. Same time, same place. Peace out, bean sprout.